Okay, very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kurinji Malar, and I'm the training and consulting partner with ProQuest, and I'm now based in Malaysia. So I again would like to welcome you for this ProQuest One Business webinar session. And I hope you can hear me clearly. If you can hear me clearly, can you just say yes in the chat box? Thank you. And if you notice, I have also put some notes in the chat box. The audio is set one way. So if you have any question, you just feel free to share it in the chat box, and I will address your question towards the end of the session. Yeah. Even if you're facing any technical issues, you're not able to hear me, please let me know. So with that, I would like to take you through this ProQuest One business webinar session. So in today's accelerating environment, whether it's teaching, learning, or research, today's library users, you need to have a barrier-free access to wide variety of content or research materials. Yeah. So to bridge this gap, ProQuest as your information partner has been supporting users to utilize the ProQuest content to the fullest in the e-learning environment. So ProQuest supports instructors and students to design their learning ecosystem by integrating the ProQuest content to your e-learning environment. So ProQuest One Business is an ideal resource for remote, hybrid, or even an in-person learning. So providing like kind of a self-service to students. Further, it's it's also accessible in any devices, and it is designed for common business assignments. So the content will be available to the users at any time. So with that, in this webinar, I'm going to take you through how ProQuest One Business as a new and comprehensive destination for business research, teaching, and learning offers a mix of practical and theoretical content in an interface that is especially designed to help business students to succeed. Okay. So with that in mind, let's look at our objective for today. So today's objective is basically to understand the ProQuest One Business holistically. What is that ProQuest One Business all about? What content do I have within this collection? What are the features and functionalities that supports the business students to find the desired information more efficiently and more effectively? And also to apply some techniques, best practices to discover the relevant content that you have in this platform, and how this content can support your teaching, learning, and research. Okay, so most of you will be very familiar with a platform or the database called ABI Inform. So it is now, the ABI Inform content is now being incorporated into a ProQuest One Business with a larger content, with the larger databases, inclusive of content such as, hold on a second, let me enable my pointer. The accounting and tax and banking database, entrepreneurship database, and all this listed database here, including ProQuest ebook collection, business subject related, and business videos. Yeah, so it is kind of a comprehensive content or database where you have the ABI Inform collections in the past together with these additional databases with the ebooks as well as video as part of the content offering. So now you will see that actually ProQuest One Business is a comprehensive collection to support the business or economic students. So in the recent survey conducted, finding shows that 96% of the faculty members, they agree that the use of mixed reach of content types are essential for student success, and because they are able to understand the concept more holistically or the ideas more fully. Yeah. So this ProQuest One Business is specially designed to support the business students with a combination of a simple and easy to use search capabilities with more powerful advanced searches and indexes, and it provides rich experience to research of all stages to able to find the desired information as comparatively with any other databases. So ProQuest One Business helps students to find information they need for a common assignment with less training or reference support or even maintenance for librarians. Yeah? So it contains more than the content type used in research for all levels. It contains more than that, inclusive of thousands of full-text scholarly journals with key influential journals, magazines, trade professional titles, newspapers, market reports, industry report, dissertation, working papers, case studies, and etc. So if you look at the next one, I'm just talking about the same. So it is available in a multi-formatted content for whatever the content that I've mentioned earlier, inclusive of journals, trade journals, newspapers, market reports, and etc. On top of that, it is also includes resources for teaching, such as case studies, business cases, market and industry reports, analyst reports. Yeah, JP Morgan's analyst report is available in this platform, together with the ebook collections that's relevant to business studies, and video business related videos are part of the content as well. And the best part is you also have resources such as the news resources, the content like the Wall Street Journal, the Economist, or the Financial Times are available in full text in this platform as well. Yeah. Now, why do we say this is a user experience designed for business? The reason is because this platform itself is intuitive, very intuitive. So it intuitively guides users to the content they need for a common assignment, such as like access to the SWOT analysis, case studies, industry report to support your argument, or to support the data that supports your arguments in your research or your findings. Yeah, and also the streaming videos that you have within this collection to support teaching and etc. So again, why is wealth of in-demand sources? Why do we say that? Because it includes more valuable information needed for the business students and researchers in one single resource or single platform. So I have spoken about the breadth of the content that you have in these collections. So you know that it's a multi-formatted content that you have in this collection. Secondly, it prepares students for a success because it builds the research skills for students need today and prepare them for to pass through their career path. Yeah? And because it delivers both the practical and the theoretical content in this platform. So you may only, or you are not only exposed to the theoretical part of the content, but you're also exposed to the practical part of the content. And it also meets today's challenge. Today's challenge, everyone's challenge is time constraint. We always have constraint of time. So to find that information is very important. Find the right information at right timing with a very little time spent is very important. So this platform, the ProQuest One Business platform, is designed to support the challenges of the students today, not only students, all the users today. Okay. Here are some of the key scholarly publishers. So you can see these are the publishers, all come from the reliable and authoritative publishing background. You can see that Taylor & Francis, Emerald, Springer, MIT Sloan Management Review, and many more. These are just handpicked publishers just to have a view on the number of publishers, or the publishers list basically. Okay, the content type includes valuable information that's needed for the students and researchers need. So you can see that you have content such as working papers, the ebooks that's relevant to business related content, 25,000 books, and scholarly journals, and country reports, case studies and business cases, the company's reports together with the SWOT analysis as well as financial analyses, dissertations, the dissertation and thesis that relevant to business or the studies that included in this platform, and videos. The streaming videos are also available. Analyst report, you have the JP Morgan's analyst report as part of this collection, with industry and market report from various providers. We will see the detail of the providers later. Okay, so you can see here are some of these key scholarly journals that you will be able to locate from this platform. So scholarly journals are referred as a peer-reviewed or sometimes even professional journals written by experts and reviewed by their peers or other experts in the field. So before it's published. So scholarly journals contains of in-depth analysis and of a particular subject or particular field. So you know that scholarly journals is one of the highly sorted content to support the research papers or the project papers or even working papers. Not only as research related, but it can be used as content that to support the teaching as well. Yeah. So you can see again, I mentioned some of these essential magazines such as The Economist, the Australian Financial Review, Wall Street Journal, Financial Times. Yeah? Why is this access to these business magazines and newspapers important? Because for any users or any researchers, it is always good to identify some of the hot topics in the area of your research. So by the one that you can get an immediate update, it's through the magazines and the newspapers. So by keeping track or reading those, if you have access to this content, it will help the researchers to stay abreast of the current topics, the trends, the challenges, the new technology and applications that's it's available in today's in the current market and throughout the world. Yeah, it's throughout the world, and you're able to see the different perspective from other local regions as well as other countries. Okay. Now, the latest thinking first. In most of my sessions, I always talk about the latest thinking first. Why do I talk about that? Is that because having access to grey literatures, we call that content such as working papers, dissertation, and conference proceedings as grey papers, grey literatures. Will help researchers to include their latest thoughts, the opinions they find in their research in their current research topics. Yeah, so instead of waiting to cite the scholarly journals, but you get to cite or you get to share the thoughts. What your thoughts from the working papers or dissertations or even the conference proceeding papers, and all these contents are available in the ProQuest One Business Collection. Now, what is teaching resources? How can we use these teaching resources? Because having access to like a SWOT analysis, it will help you to look at examples of SWOT analysis done in certain industry or certain company that you can apply to your local companies that you're working on. So what are the strengths of that company could be a strength for this company as well. Whether it's, you can make like a checklist. Okay, do I have this strength? Do I have these weaknesses? So this can be applied as the teaching resources from the ProQuest One Business platform. Yeah. So we have content from BMI research provider. It's currently called as Fit Solution provider, and the economics, the EIU reports, the Duns and Bradstreet reports, blanket report, global data report that covers on the SWOT analysis as well as the financial analysis, Oxford Economics on the industry forecasts and country forecast reports, JP Morgan's analysis reports, and etc. So you have high value reports with international coverage, and it provides the users or the researchers with a broad and a complete pictures of the industry performance, the industry trends, the company performance, or the country's trends around the world. So some of the examples of report that I did mention earlier, but the example of these are the providers of the report. The examples of report that you will have is country industry reports, country industry forecast, country economic forecast, charting reports, blanket analytic reports, commodity price forecast reports, JP Morgan equity research reports, JP Morgan economic research reports, and a few other reports. Yeah, there are more than that. I will later show you how you can locate those reports easily. Now, teaching resources or case studies. Case studies, as you know, is as a reference for students to help to understand the theories and the business frameworks in a real life scenarios, and how organization manage their challenges with dynamic solution. So it delivers a unique mix of practical and theoretical content in this business specific interface, this platform. Content such as like the Thunderbird School of Global Management, or even Journal of Business Case Studies, McKinsey Global Institute, McKinsey Insights, are all accessible through this platform as well. Okay. So ebooks, you know that you have a collections of ebooks in this platform. So ebooks usually provides a broad overview of a topic with some critical analysis of the topics from a broader perspective. So the content from ebooks can be easily shared as an additional reading list or a pardon me for my pronunciation, reference list via the learning management system. So ProQuest One Business actually offers a collection of business-related ebooks in its original ebook format and gives access to the ebooks without compromising the ebooks experience. Yeah. So from this platform, you are able to download in the PDF format, the chapters in the PDF format. You're able to do a read online in this platform. You can even download the entire book into your Adobe Digital Edition from this platform as well. So it is all done through one platform. Now, video contents, as you know, it's a very engaging content or resources. So it can present difficult topics in a new light and provide different way of understanding information and sharing the information to either to your peers or even to your students, or even you can use it for your presentation purposes. So this multimedia content can be shared as part of the teaching material without any restrictions. Yeah. It's available in this platform too. And the next one, we always talk about this equality, the diversity and inclusion, the day content. So many institutions now currently focus on teaching or doing projects on day diversity, equality and inclusion related topics. So if you were to also have some references, ProQuest One Business offers those content from some periodicals from like equality, diversity and inclusion, Journal of Business Diversity and etc. Some books that discuss about the diversity, inclusion and equality, and also videos. Yes, it's all available. You can use this content to either create a content, or even to get students to do the presentation, or you want to revamp some of this content, you can do so. Okay, so who are our current subscribers to the ProQuest One Business? So this is across the world. So in Malaysia, we have ProQuest Asia College and Asia University. It's one of the subscribers of this current ProQuest One Business, inclusive of others in other regions. Yeah, in US, in UK, across the world. Okay, now we will move on into what is the ProQuest One Business all about. Let's look at that in details. So you know that most of the time when I conduct some trainings on business related research, the students is always the comment that we receive from students is, I'm not able to find the right information easily because I do not know what do I have within that content. So usually most of the platforms are not aligned to what the student needs today. So sometimes it's very wordy, sometimes it's you have unrepresentative content available. Sometimes it's it's not intuitive, so it's very difficult. Most importantly, it's like, if you know, you can find it. If you do not know, you are not able to find it. So that's what happens to most of the users. So to counter all that, to measure all that, ProQuest One Business came up with a page where you can find most of the content at the home page. It surfaces to the home page. Yeah, it's in a visual format. In a visual presentation with the suggestive key terms and more engaging platform. So the interface is mapped to the need of the students, the current need of the students or the users of business platform. So now that's how it looks like. If you have a chance to access to this platform, that's how it looks like. Yeah. So let's move on to look at some of these features and functionalities that you have built in within this platform. So ProQuest One Business comes with the indexing, the driven autocomplete searches. Yeah. So the moment I put in some key terms, I will have some autocomplete key term surfaces, yeah, indexing surfaces. So it's either it's saying, are you looking at it from the industry perspective or corporation perspective, or it's just a key term. Yeah. So if you were to like, okay, I'm looking at General Electric, but basically I'm looking at General Electric as a company, then of course you can zoom to the company information directly. Otherwise, if you put in computer, are you looking at it computer as an industry, or is it as a just a term? You know, you can make a decision here. Otherwise, you will get all information in all. You may not be able to zoom into the right information. So in this platform, if I were to go back, in this page is much more easier. So you can find information like the current popular publications, the company's information, the industry reports, or even the country reports together with the ebooks. Yeah, you can do that immediately. So what I'm going to zoom into is I'm going to zoom into a search company's information. So there are some of these popular companies or highly accessed information. It's in this I called it like a revolver list. So you can just pick and say, I want to look at Walmart, or I want to look at ExxonMobil in details. So the moment you click on any of those companies' information, it will take you to bring you through the entire information of that particular company, whether it's from the company's overview, or if that company is discussed and mentioned in the scholarly journal articles, and also that relevant the financial information or the company information about that particular company. I will zoom into this content shortly. So there's a company overview. There's a scholarly journal which discussed about the probably just an oil and gas company, but it's also include ExxonMobil's as part of the discussion. And here you go, the report. So there are lots of report that's relevant to ExxonMobil. So either from the company description to company financials, their competitors, the analyst report that talks about the ExxonMobil's performance, and as well as the company's SWOT analysis and financial standings. Yeah. So what you can do is if you click on any of these, it will take you to the ExxonMobil's SWOT and ExxonMobil's global data report, and you can zoom to those SWOT analysis directly. I will take you through the details later. So on top of that, in the past, it would be very difficult to find company information, but now it is there is a built-in browse feature where you can simply go into the company reports and just choose the company that you want to view, the entire view of that company. So you can do so because the browse features is built in here. Okay. So there are also another way to look for companies through these listed company names. Yeah, you can see how many documents are available to those companies. So basically, it's much more easier to locate a company from this platform, either through the main page, or to the browse options. Okay. So apart from company industry topic page, you do have, apart from companies, the corporation page, you do have access to the industry topic page. So for instance, if I'm interested in looking at the industry on computer and electronic product manufacturing, so I just have to type in like computer and electronic, then I probably have a list of drop down saying, are you looking at it from the industry perspective? You click yes, and then it will take you through the entire industry's details. Yeah. So either again from the overview, how is the performance of the industry, from the reason, if it's mentioned in the recent newspapers or articles or scholarly journals or magazines and etc., and the industry performance in some of these reports. Yeah. Or the risk, it can be the risk report, it can be the forecast reports, it can be the current industry performance, etc. So you have everything at one go from these industry topic pages. So here, search for industry report, very specific industry report. So you can go through this from your main page, just search industry reports, and it will take you to this advanced page, yeah? Advanced search forms, where you can always say, I'm looking for a report. You can have either the industry name, or you can also say, I want to look at all reports that's on Malaysia, basically. So you can either put Malaysia at the title, or if you can put power report, a power industry at the title, and your report, the industry report that you have, will go through every of these reports: Equistata, Bunch report, Pitch Solution report, JP Morgan's report, Mergent report, Oxford Economics, Plunkett reports. Yeah. If I scroll down a little bit, I think there are more other reports in here. Okay. So when the moment I do select all of those reports, and if I do a quick search without specifying any key terms, I will get results here. Of course, these are reports, so usually you want the latest data, so you can confine them to the publication to either 3 years, the last 3 years, or the last 2 years, or last 12 months or so. And you can also explore those reports immediately. And you can see that some of these reports are very recent. It's available in this platform. This is the Malaysia's telecommunication report, with inclusive of forecast for 2029, and this for Q1 2021. Yeah. Okay. This is the industry report on Asia Pacific Pharma and Healthcare for Asia region. It's available for January 2021. Most likely there are new reports as well. So if you explore it a bit more, you'll find some latest reports. Okay. And JP Morgan's APEC financial performance reports as well. Now, ebook, it's also available in the first page of ProQuest One Business. So again, there is a revolving page here. So all that you can do is just pick the book, the highlighted book, the featured books, or you can go into this platform to look for your books. Yeah, you have 25,000 books collections in this platform related to business. So you can also do that. So let's assume that I want to explore this book. So all that I do is just click on it, and it will take me to this page and say, do you want to read this book, or do you want to download this book, or you just want to look at the chapters and to look at the table of contents and download the chapters that you need to support your teaching, that you want to share it into your learning management system to add into your topical learning. Yeah, so you can do so in this platform as well. Okay, here you go, the table of contents. So if I'm interested in downloading the chapter 1, the case for business integration, I can just quickly download this into a PDF format, and either I put into my collections of documents, or I can immediately attach this into my learning management system, attached to the right topical subjects, whatever that you want to share it with your students. Okay. On top of that, this ebooks, because it doesn't compromise the ebooks experience, it is also built in with the read online tools that supports your research, teaching, and learning. Yeah, so there is an annotation tool added inbuilt in this platform. So when I say annotation, you can bookmark those books. You can highlight that the paragraph or the sentence, or you can also add some notes. So here the notes is very, very important, because you can immediately share those notes. If you share the book, the notes are also shared with the person that you're sharing the book. Yeah, so the notes can be the notes that's relevant to this page that you're working on, or it can be the instructional notes to your students and say, okay, students, we are going to look at some of this chapter from a different perspective. That kind of notes, you can share it to your student for collaboration purposes. Okay. Now video. First video that you have collection, you've been using videos as part of your teaching, learning, and research materials. So here you do the same. So the moment you identify that video that supports, or it can be the additional resources to enhance the critical thinking skills, you can share these videos in your classes, or you can also even share it through your learning management system as an additional reference points, or additional work to do to prepare for the next tutorial or something like that. So it can be clicked on the video, you will be taken to this page where you can access to the list of videos that's within this collection. At the same time, you can copy the URL from here and save this as share this into your learning management system for the students to share these videos. And this video, some of these videos can be downloaded, but it is a very huge file. So my recommendation is don't download the file. It's always good to share through the URL through your platform, because as long as you're in the institution, you should be able to access to this content. Yeah? Here you go, the video. So usually if you want to share the link, this video, there is always a link here. Yeah, you can share it. And if you to download, you can download it into a Google Drive. If it's downloadable, not all videos are downloadable. If you can download, you can download it to your Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive. Yeah. Okay. Now, we have looked at all the content except for the content such as scholarly journals, dissertations, conference papers, working papers, and etc. So if you were to do a quick search on what ProQuest One Business offers me in terms of the different type of content, you can do so. You can just go into the all business content. Yeah. You start your search here. So if I were to find for a topic on leadership, so the leadership can be any leadership. It could be relevant to the changes in the digital transformational related to leadership, any topic. So, but you probably want to look at leadership as a single topic search, to appear at the title. And when you search it, so you get lots of results here. Get lots of results from the entire content here. So you have over 200,000 results that comes from scholarly journals, books, audios and videos, the multimedia content, dissertation and thesis, newspapers, and etc. Okay, here you go, the list of sources that you have. The name or the term leadership as the title, yeah, these are all content that you have. So to explore it, of course, you will probably go in, it depends, to explore it, it depends on your research objective, your research question, your stages of research you are in currently. So this all depends on what you want at that point of your research, at the point of you searching for those information. Okay, now publication search is very interesting. Most of the time you're like, hey, I want to look for this specific publication. How do I find it? It's usually not so straightforward, but now it's at the main page as a first spot. Yeah, so all that you do is, okay, these are all some popular publication, but if I want to browse my publication, I can do so. So let's focus on getting into the Wall Street Journal directly. Okay. So the moment I go into the Wall Street Journal, of course, I can read all the current issues that's relevant to that's from Wall Street Journals. You can do a search within that publication if you have a search term to work on within this publication, and also again to copy the URL to share this as part of the content in your learning management system for references purposes. Okay. Now this, again, the ProQuest One Business is also enhanced with the indexing power, especially when it comes to thesaurus. It's a new thesaurus has been embedded into this platform that is called ProQuest Business Thesaurus. So in ProQuest Business Thesaurus, you have terms such as the subjects such as like accounting, banking, business law, economics. So if I'm someone that I'm not familiar with some of this topic, I might know some terms in marketing, I may know some terms in management, but I would like to know, if I were to go and expand my knowledge on the terms within that subjects, for example, entrepreneurship, or even accounting. So I will get the law on this. How this helps is basically it helps you to pick a topic that's relevant to your search and you run the search. When you run the search, it will give you all the results that's relevant, that's been tagged under that particular term. Yeah? So you are kind of exposed to more terms than what you know, but you are now exposed to more than beyond your knowledge. Indexing power, again, you do have another directory. This is called ProQuest Corporation Directory. So basically, if you click on the directory of this, is basically a company's name. So you can just go into a directory, find the company and find those information. Okay, now it also includes the industry lookups from the based on the NAICS hierarchy. So that is North American index industry classification system. So with that, you will be able to zoom into a certain classification or industry code and find all the relevant articles, books, dissertation and thesis that's relevant to those industry. Yeah, so it's based on the NAICS code. Okay. So again, there's a lot more features has been added. Again, the browse features not only confined to companies, but you also have it for the country reports, the industry reports, and company topic page as well. So we have seen this earlier. It's more precise to get a more precise information. So you have the indexing on auto-driven results, autocomplete, driven autocomplete results. So I have almost covered all the important points that you can find within this ProQuest platform or ProQuest One business platform, and the content, the strength of the content, the strength of the features and the functionalities, and how you can easily discover the content through this platform. Yeah. So I'm sure right now you are able to understand One Business more holistically, and you can explore some of this unique content that you have within this collection. And you also have seen some of these unique features, such as having access to the index features, or even through the ProQuest business thesaurus, are all unique features that you have within this collection. And as you see, you can easily discover the content as compared to before, especially those reports. Most of the time when I run through the other collections like ABI, users are not aware actually they had the content in this platform, but right now it surfaces to you easily, so you will not miss those content. Okay, so with that, I'm ending this presentation for today. I'm now opening the session for a Q&A session. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me in the chat box. How many of you all have used this platform or have access to this platform in the past? Okay. You take your time to have, if you have any question, please post it in the chat panel. Meanwhile, if you want to have access or you want to have a trial access to this platform, ProQuest One Business Platform, please let us know. Our team members will contact you and provide you access to this platform. And if needed, I can take you through this the training session during your trial period as well. So if you want to have access to this content, there are some additional resources which I will share with you after this training session. You can send it to training@proquest.com as well. So if you want to have a trial access, and if you want to have a training as part of the trial access, you can request to training@proquest.com. So this session is like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It's a very short session. So in your actual session, if you are doing your private session for your institution, this will be much more longer, and I will take you through the actual demonstration, the actual live site to take through for individual content. Yeah. So looks like there's no other question. So if you don't have any question, I'm going to share with you my post-webinar survey link. Yeah, please help me to just fill it in. It won't take much of your time. Probably 2 seconds. So with that, I'm ending the session for today. And thank you so much for your time and have a great day ahead.